Hi, it's Miro, author of Speaking from Spirit, and here is your November 2019 energy alert. So, November is all about change, and some of that change is going to be unexpected. We have a Mercury in retrograde time this month, so things may come up that we weren't expecting. All change, whether it's planned or anticipated or unexpected, requires an adjustment period, a time where we settle into things and find like the new norm. So, for instance, we have a time change the first weekend of November, and there's going to be an adjustment phase for that. Like, we're all going to be really tired next week. If you're starting a new job, there is an adjustment or an acclimation phase for that. If you're ending a relationship, there is an adjustment period, a grieving period for that as well. You're getting the idea. The three global energy of this year is going to give us the power and the permission and the inspiration to express our feelings around all this and not keep things bottled up inside. We need to do this, especially when there's changes going on, but we don't always, because we don't always know how or have the right words. But this month of change is going to be different in that we might find ourselves being more expressive and more emotive than usual. We start November with the veil between worlds being thin. Always that first week of November. And it's supercharged for visits and conversations with our loved ones and our guardian angels in the spirit world. It's a great time to receive inspirations from divinity and higher consciousness as well. And it's a time where our own sensitivity to all that is unseen is dramatically increased. So pay attention. Pay attention to what's showing up, and know you're always guided and protected and loved. Mercury in retrograde phase, which is starting October 31st to the 20th of November, is going to take us for a deep dive and excavation into our subconscious. Things are going to surface. Things are going to come to light. There's going to be big transformations happening right in front of our eyes. Remember that the higher mind and the soul conscious mind also reside in the subconscious. So what may be surfacing is higher and greater awareness of things, greater insight that will be tremendously healing and empowering and shifting to your life. And if there's junk in that subconscious, that's going to come up too. It's going to come up to be witnessed, to be heard, to be healed, to be released. It's a very powerful time that will result in great changes. And you may very well look back on this month as the time your whole life changed and you didn't even realize the magnitude until you were living in a completely different way. So cheers to that. Mercury retrograde is always, no matter when it is always a time to revisit and review and rehash and redo things. People and feelings and situations from the past may surface so that we can rewrite the story around them. It's a great time for do-overs, meaning to redo a situation or an experience, but with a different and often higher perspective and maybe a better, more peaceful outcome. It's a great time to rewrite a history, but with deeper insight, or instead of the pain, see it in a different way and maybe have a different outcome. It's an even better time to take something painful from the past and repurpose it into something helpful. Kind of like what Michael Douglas's son, Cameron Douglas, is doing with his new book, Long Way Home. This Mercury in retrograde will create deep and lasting changes for our greater good. So remember that if your plans change or things get reworked in some way, this is to your advantage. Do not go into frustration or despair. The mantra would be, it's all good, everything's happening exactly the way it should. It always amazes me too that I often pre-plan a past life regression group in Mercury in retrograde, and this month is no different. So I'm going to be holding this group event in Lyndhurst, New Jersey on November 22nd. If you want to come or you want to know more about it, go to my website, www.rorubcap.com, and you can register if you want. The end of November, we celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States, and it's a great time to review all that we're grateful for and to count our blessings. I say we make that our homework for the whole month of November, to count our blessings and review all that has come in our life. We're in a 3 global year. We're winding it down now, but we're in a 3 global year. And this has given us a chance to own or reclaim or express our feelings. It has given us a chance to really express ourselves more, or bring more of our self or our purpose out in this world, or our gifts or our talents or our abilities. So I want to know how that played out for you this year, how you have found more freedom, more self-expression in this year. I'm going to be doing an online webinar on reflections from 2019 on December 16th, and then a What's in Store for 2020, a 4 Global Year webinar on January 6th. Again, more details of those are on my website, or I'll list them in my weekly emails. So if you aren't on my email list, you might want to get on my email list. The angel card that I pulled for this month came from the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue, and it's You Can Do It, and it's Archangel Michael. He's a pretty powerful archangel. And this card reminds us that we have what it takes to fulfill our dreams and our life purpose. It's already inside of us. So the holidays are here. The end of the year is here. The new year is right around the corner. 8 more weeks. How quickly this time went. It's time, though, to take stock of where we're at and decide if we want to keep going in the same direction, or if we want to change our attention or our focus or our energy to something else. So let me know if I can help with that. For right now, it's me, Ro. I'll see you back in the next December alert, and I'm wishing you peace.